All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name is OBS, and today I have a guest, and his name is VDO Ninja. VDO Ninja, how you doing, man?
Hey, OBS, I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, man. Thank you so much for joining. I'm actually super excited because I heard actually that it's possible to use me, OBS, and you, VDO Ninja, to be able to record a remote kind of podcast, where somebody's, having a guest on a podcast and use you, VDO Ninja, and me, OBS, to be able to actually record the full podcast. Is it possible?
Yes, absolutely, man. It is 100% possible. You can combine yourself and myself. I mean, you, OBS, and me, VDO Ninja. If you combine us together, we can make a great podcasting recording tool that can actually work for most people, and it's gonna be for free. They're gonna be able to ISO record, so recording each feed. Basically, they're gonna be able to record your feed on your side, Mr. OBS, and my feed on my side, me, VDO Ninja, and be able to combine those feeds afterwards for editing. And they're gonna be able to basically, kind of do what we call ISO recording.
Wow. So how does it work?
You asking how it's done? I just explained it to you. So basically, you sending a link. It's assuming you're having a remote guest, you sending a link through me. All right. Through me, you're gonna send the link. I'm gonna generate the link for you that you're gonna send to your guest. All right. And then the guest is gonna be able to click on that link and then join. And after joining, they're gonna be able to appear in you, Mr. OBS. All right. So in you, you're gonna be able to see both. The host can add their camera inside you, Mr. OBS, and the guest feed is gonna get into OBS through the view link that will be coming from me. Right, so now you can use a plugin called Source Record in OBS to be able to just record both feeds coming in, and you're gonna have like high quality audio and high quality video for your podcast. That's it, man. So simple. I mean, Mr. OBS, you wanna go ahead and show them how it's done?
Yo, that is awesome, man. But the way VDO Ninja, your video, man, doesn't look super wow. Can you see my video looks really good? What's happening? What's wrong with your camera? But your audio sounds good though.
All right, again, I apologize for my camera. It looks so bad, man. Like it's out of focus. My lighting sucks. So anyone, guys, trying to podcast or creating videos, please don't embarrass me. Don't use this type of image. It does not look good, but the audio sounds good. So make sure you have good lighting and make sure your framing is on a point. Okay, don't do like what I'm doing right now. Okay, this is a bad example. Okay, but this is just a proof of concept. You can see that everything sounds good and looks good.
All right, guys, my name is Sam. You're watching our production tips and tools, and that was a quick demo on how you can record an entire podcast using OBS and VDO Ninja. Again, we're talking about remote guest, and there's another plugin called Source Record in OBS, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. So if you're podcasting or recording a show where you're having someone joining remotely and you want to be able to record those two feeds, your own feed and their feed remotely, I'm going to show you how to do that using VDO Ninja and OBS and be able to get the highest quality audio and video right now. And we're starting right now. And of course, I already have my OBS open and I have VDO Ninja open as well. So let's go ahead and check out some resources here. So before we start, okay, let's go to VDO Ninja. If this is the first time that you're using VDO Ninja, it's pretty straightforward, okay? You can go ahead, go to video.ninja, and when you get there, you can go ahead and create a room, and then you're gonna name it. So I can name it my show password. You're gonna create a password that you want. And then click the guest can see the director, blah, 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 but no other guest videos. You can choose some of these options depending on what you're gonna be doing. And then a codec, I always use H264. All right, and then enter room. So right now we have a room kind of ready for us to go. Okay, so what you need to do, it's pretty simple. All right, again, if you have used the Video Ninja before, you can skip this step. All right, so you need to go ahead and click this link right here. The first thing I need you to do, because you want to make sure you customize it, okay, because you want to get a good video, professional and high quality video, and you want to make sure we get good audio. Another thing, you want to make sure you get both you and your guest have headphones, okay, because we're going to be recording raw audio. I mean, the highest quality of audio, and I'm assuming it's going to be raw. Okay, so you can go here where it says customize. The first thing, toggle pro audio mode. Okay, this is going to remove all the noise cancellation, all the processing that you may have when you trying to do like some sort of conferencing. It's going to remove all that, so it's going to give you like a clean and processed audio. All right, so choose pro audio, and then I would suggest you choose 1080 60 video if available, and this is gonna push the guest the guest video to be able to give you the highest quality possible. All right, I have another manual way of doing it I'm gonna show you at the end that you can use to even get like reusable links, which I'm gonna show you at the end. Okay, so once you're done, really all you gotta do is click copy the link. All right, just copy the link and then go send that link to the guest. So in our case, I can just go ahead and paste it in here. All right, guys, over the last 3 years, I've been able to build a personal brand simply by creating content here on YouTube and going live. I have collaborated with big brands like Panasonic, Logitech, and honestly, I'm just an Afro-Canadian, introverted nobody. Yet I've made multiple 5-figure worth of deals, all from clients who found me through my content. Now I've put together a free masterclass to help you do the same. If you're ready to level up your content game, create engaging live streams, online presentations or webinars, and build a professional content studio that will help you get followers, leads, and clients for your business faster, this is for you. Whether you're an online coach, course creator, content creator, or an online entrepreneur, this free masterclass is packed with actionable tips that will help you get results faster. Go ahead and register for our next masterclass using the link down below. Now, let's get back to the video. The guest is gonna paste in their browser, enter the password, and choose join room with the camera. And right now I don't have any camera available because I'm using it, but usually they will go here and choose the camera source and choose everything. Okay, so now what I have done, I'm gonna go ahead and actually leave this room, because what I have done, I have sent that link to another computer of mine in a different room because I wanted to demo this part. Okay, and what you need to do, usually once they join, they are going to appear here. Let me go ahead and actually open my room just to show you what's gonna look like. So once they join, this is my other room. It's gonna look like this. Okay, you're gonna get in your control room, you're gonna get something that looks like this. Okay, so what you need to do is you copy this solo link. Okay, now if you want, you can double check, go to your audio, make sure everything is off. Okay, you can see that because we set it to be pro audio, you can see the noise gate is off, compressor is off, audio gain control, everything is off. You're recording raw audio so that you can edit it later in your editing software. You're also making sure that the video is 1920. As you can see, it's 1920 height and 1080. All right, so everything looks good right now. And then what you need to do is you copy this solo link, and then you go to OBS, all right? And then you create a new browser. Now, I have created one here, but if you were to create from scratch, you create a new scene. And after creating a new scene, you go to the under that scene, and then you hit the plus sign, and then you can call the scene guest, okay? Again, I'm assuming you know how to create scenes in OBS, and then go to a browser, new browser scene, and I'm gonna call it guest one. Okay, this is just for them, okay? And then you want to make sure you choose 1920 by 1080. Okay, always check control audio via OBS. Okay, now once you're done, you're gonna go ahead and click OK. Oh, I forgot. Let's go ahead and go back to properties. the link that we just copied, you want to make sure you go ahead and paste it in here. I forgot to paste it, and just delete whatever was there and then paste, and then boom. As soon as you click OK, you're gonna get that signal in OBS. Now, I already had it, so I don't need to open it again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete one of these. Okay, so as you can see, basically what I did is I sent that link to myself in a different room, and I'm able to get the signal right here coming in OBS. Okay, so that's how you do it. Now, another thing, because that's the feed of the guest. Okay, so another way of doing it, I mean, not another way, you also need to add another feed, which is gonna be your own feed. So as you can see, I've got my feed in here, which is another scene. I called it me, and under the scene I have my camera, okay, and I have my microphone. Okay, that's it. So just if you see what I added, if I go to property, it's just a video capture device. So you go to the plus sign, and then you add a video capture device, you name it. After naming it, you go ahead and choose your main camera here, and then boom, right now it is my webcam. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this one. And then for microphone, same thing. You go to the plus sign, you add an audio input capture, you name it whatever you want, and then you go under device and you choose your main microphone on your computer. Same thing, the guest, when they got the link, they added their microphone and they added their camera as well to be able to appear in OBS in here. All right, let me go ahead and delete this one now. And then once you're done, there's one more thing. Now we have my image, we have my guest image, and the next thing, what's left to do, we have the guest audio coming in, no problem. Okay, now what's left to do is to be able to record now both signal separately. Okay, right? So right now I'm recording, and I'm just gonna go ahead and stop the recording. But before, yeah, let me go ahead and stop the recording. Okay, I'm recording using OBS, and I'm gonna show you how I was actually recording. So the first thing you need to do before start recording, because you need to record both signals separately. So I'm gonna go here to the browser, and I'm gonna go to Google. All right, I'm gonna leave a link down below again for you guys. Just type in OBS source record. Okay, this is the plugin that you need. The first one is going to appear here. It's this one, OBS source record 0.4.1 for now. And then you go to download, and then you need to, if you are on Windows, you want to get the first one here. It says Windows installer. Just click download. It's gonna show up in your download folder. All right, you want to make sure you unzip it. It's gonna show up like this. Right click to it, extract, and it's gonna open and do something that looks like this. Just click to it and install it. Now it may give you kind of like a warning, right? It's gonna say that, oh, it was already installed. Mine is already installed, but it's gonna show a little warning that says that, you know, you do know the source when it's coming from. Now it looks like it's been around for quite some time, so it should be safe. Again, I didn't create it, but most people are using it, no problems. So it should be safe. And then go ahead and it's on you know, OBS forum, so it should be safe. And then so just you know, kind of override, download and install, and then reopen OBS. Now once you have OBS open, what you need to do is, because I already have my camera coming in locally, I don't need to source record that one. Okay, so basically I'm gonna show you how the whole recording works. If I go here, I've got two feeds that I just recorded. We have this one, which is about 1 gig, and then we have another one which is about 1 gig as well. And then let's go ahead and open it so you guys can see. All right, so this video is gonna be how to record a podcast using VDO Ninja. The first intro, I'm gonna do like a quick interaction between myself in the other room, and the questions that I'm gonna be answering. All right, so that was the first feed recorded, and then we have another feed here, which is my other camera.
OBS, I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so you can see like this is the other feed that I recorded. So I just recorded that in OBS. So how you do it after the source record clone is actually installed, what you need to do is I'm gonna go to the guest because that's the one that I want to ISO record. Okay, I'm gonna right click to it and I can go to filters, right? Just go to filters. Now this first method, actually I tried it before, it did not work. Okay, if you go through scenes, there's a little problem. Okay, the audio is not good, so you want to go under source. Okay, so your guest, you want to go here under, so you are on under guest scene, then you go to source. Okay, and then hit to right click, go to filters, and then you want to make sure you hit the plus sign. Again, I already have on it. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this one so you guys can see how it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the plus sign and then choose source record filter. This is the plugin we just installed. Okay, and a tab that looks like this is going to appear. Now record mode, I'm gonna put it to recording. So basically when I hit record, it's gonna start recording. If you want to stream and record, ISO record, you can go ahead and choose the streaming. So whenever you are streaming, it's gonna record this source, kind of like ISO recording. Okay, so if you hit none, if you hit always, every time you have this eye thing on, it's gonna be recording. So for me, I would say if you're recording a podcast, you want to put it on recording, and then the path, this is where you want your recordings to be saved. You can choose any folder you want. Now file naming, I like to, because sometimes it could be confusing. So I like to name some, kind of in front of the date and time and hour and everything. I like to put something like ISO record or source record, whatever you want, right? So let's say source record, just to know which is which. When you see like all the files in the recording folder, you can tell this is that, whatever. You can even call it source record guest 1 or source record guest 2, whatever you want. And then record format, you want to make sure you always choose fragmented MP4. In my opinion, is the best. And then go underneath here where it says the encoder right here. So you want to make sure you choose, if you have a dedicated graphics card, which I recommend 100%, you choose NVENC H264. And then rate control, I will put it, constant bit rate should be good. And then bit rate, the default is at 10,000. I think 10,000 is a happy medium. If you want smaller files, you can put at 8,000 kbps, or if you want like larger files and you want, something like with the higher quality, again, the more bit rate you add, the more quality you get. Of course, this is gonna depend also like on your guest internet connection. If they have bad internet connection, you may get bad video for sure, right? So you're gonna go ahead and choose, say, between 8 and kind of 16, even 20 megabits kbps should be good. Again, if you go higher, you're gonna get like bigger, larger files. Everything else, really just leave it the way it is. I don't want to confuse you with like the settings, and just hit close. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So what you need to do, you have to pay attention to this, because this video is added locally. So when you hit start recording, basically what's happening, OBS is recording already your main video. All right, your main video, wherever it's in program. So don't make a mistake of putting the guest in program. Okay, so make sure your main video is in program, so you're recording that. Again, you can also go to your OBS settings and then go to output and recording, and then make sure like you do all the settings we just did. Okay, make sure you choose like your bit rate, your encoder. As you can see, I'm using the same encoder to record, and the settings are almost the same, 10,000 constant bit rate and everything. All right, so keep it that way. Make sure everything is good there. And for the guest now, as I start recording, the guest is being recorded as well, like the other file, the second scene here, right, which is guest. But again, don't make a mistake of switching, because if you switch now, it's recording the second camera as well. Okay, the second scene. So it's like in what's supposed to be your recording. Okay, so you want to make sure you leave your main recording here. Make sure you select yourself as the host, and then for the guest, make sure they're being recorded under source record. Okay, again, you don't want to do too many recordings, because the more ISO recording you add to OBS, the more your CPU is going to, it's going to require more CPU kind of usage. So you want to make sure that you don't add too many scenes that your computer cannot handle. All right, but if you have two guests, you can do the same thing. You record yourself on the main screen, and then you record the guest 1 and guest 2 on using the record source plugin, and you're gonna be able to record. So as soon as I'm done recording, just hit stop recording, and then I can go to my recordings folder. All right, you can see that I have 2 recordings. I have this one. Again, you see the beauty of having like 2 different names. I have this one, I know it's coming from source record, and I have myself. If I click to it, this is myself. OBS is recording already your main video. All right, your main video, wherever it's in program. So don't make it. You see, this is the time that I switched. Your main video don't switch. Is in program, so you're recording that. Again, you can also go to your OBS settings and then go to output and recording, and then make sure like you do all the settings we just did. Okay, make sure so you could hear the audio was really good. Now on this one right now, I don't have audio because I'm not there. I don't have anyone else on that feed, but you can see it was recorded. This is my second signal, right? Which is awesome. Now, if I go to the recording that I did earlier, you can see that it was here. This was my recording because I had to switch places and go there. You can see that it was recorded, no problem. Let me just find the spot where I was sitting there. Yes, absolutely, man. It is 100% possible. You can combine yourself and myself. I mean, you, OBS, and me, Video Ninja. They're gonna be able to ISO record. So recording each feed. Basically, they're gonna be able to record your feed. All right, so guys, that's how it's done. Okay, there's no really any other magic. Once you're done, you can just take both files, send them to Adobe Premiere Pro or any editing software, and then just edit. You can switch. Now the reason why I recommend you ISO record each source is because if, let's say, the guest audio was low, now you can boost it. Okay, I don't want you to record everything together, kind of bring like every person in here, where you can have the guest and the host on the other side and record both signal at the same time. That's an amateur way of doing it, because if the guest audio has a problem and then your levels are maybe a little higher than the guest, there's no way you can, like, the audio is already together. It's gonna be hard for you to separate, right? But the way it comes in like this, you ISO recording, you can just go ahead and make some adjustments. So that's that. Now there's some other ways. There's so many ways of recording, really, using Video Ninja and everything. You can even do the recording inside Video Ninja. Like if I go to the room here, all right, there's some other ways of recording. Yeah, so if I go to video additional controls here, there's some other ways of recording their signal without using OBS. Okay, again, I don't want to confuse you, but you can record remotely. This is another feature that I'm willing to explore, maybe in a different video, or record local or record on a Google Drive. Okay, so let's say if I hit record remote, so basically it says this remote guest will save the recording directly on their local disk. The recording can fail, so have a backup recordings going on. Again, I do encourage you guys, every time you use this kind of stuff, okay, there's no guarantee, something may go wrong. So if there's a way that the guest can record locally on their camera, always ask them to record on their camera as a backup. So always have some sort of backup in case something goes wrong, because you don't want to have a conversation of 1 hour and then to realize that everything was lost. Okay, so always have some sort of backup and see what happens. Okay, so you can, as you can see, you can set the recording bit rate. So let's say we put it to something like 8,000, right? 8,000. All right, and then guest using iPhone, blah blah blah. Use PCM audio. Now the audio might not be received as PCM. This just records in PCM or audio recording only. Okay, so you can choose these options if you want. Let's go choose PCM audio. Obviously, we don't want to do audio only. And then let's go ahead and hit the start recording and see what happens. So right now it's supposed to be recording on my other computer, So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and check my other computer and see what happened actually. So right now I am back, and let's go ahead and end the recording here. Okay. And as you can see, it was recording again on the other computer, and we're gonna go ahead and check out the file and email back to myself and actually check it out. All right, guys. So as you can see now, we have the file coming from the other computer, which will be a remote guest recording, local recording. Again, this is super useful if the person doesn't have good internet connection, because it's locally recorded and then uploaded later for you. So this is supposed to be high quality if the person doesn't have like good internet connection. So let's check it out. It's gonna record in WebM, and we can go ahead and open it with media player and see if it's gonna open it. There you go. So we can open it. Unfortunately, we can't fast forward it. Sometimes it does this thing. I don't know why. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna wait just to see me when I get there. But you can see like the details of the image, even though like the image is not moving, you can see the quality is really, really good. Again, the lighting is not wow, but you can see that it's actually really, really good. Now there's no, I can't hear any audio. Yeah, and it's definitely laggy. It's lagging a little bit. So again, you're recording on the guest computer. So I don't know, for some reason I didn't get the audio. So this is something to consider. Okay, so this is gonna be an option that I'm going to explore more. Probably talk with Steve to see if there's something that I did wrong or anything. Okay. So at this point, maybe I did something wrong. I don't know, but at this point, I wouldn't recommend using it, like recording with this method. So far, the OBS way seems to work perfectly with no issue. The audio is there, and everything is really there with this OBS method. So this is, yes, it's possible. Yeah, this is what I would recommend so far. It works well. Just make sure your guests have good internet connection. But I don't know that, guys. Feel free to keep testing, test both methods, or use one or the other for kind of like, just maybe have one as your main recording option and the other one as your kind of like backup option. I don't know. Either way, the first one should work, will give you the best quality. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have questions, let me know down below. But other than that, if you want to know how you can actually use reusable links in VDO Ninja, where you also have 1 or 2 or 3 links that every time you send to the guest, they're going to actually automatically appear to OBS without you having to pass through the VDO Ninja room and everything. Without having to deal with that, all you have to do is just have OBS open, send the link to the guest, and when the guest get the link, they're going to appear automatically in OBS. That's possible using what we call reusable links. And to be able to do that, you want to make sure you check out this video right here, because it's going to show you exactly how to do it. And I'll see you there, guys. Take care.